Hey, good morning. Today we're going to do something a little bit different. Sorry for my hand. Today we are going to make some overnight oats, and it's apple yogurt overnight oats. It's early. I'm stuffy. Sorry. Um, we all get into a hurry, and we all want to eat better, but then our lives don't allow us to eat better. They drive us to the Dunkin' Donuts, the McDonald's, the Burger King, you name it, we're there because it's quick, it's easy, it's fast. Let me give you something that is also quick, easy, and fast. This is apple yogurt overnights. So you're going to use Quaker rolled oats. If you're like me, I hate them. Um, it calls for plain yogurt. If you know me, I am not a plain girl. Um, you know, I got vanilla. So we'll see how it tastes here in a few minutes. It also calls for an apple. It calls for chia seeds and some cinnamon and some water. I'll pull those down when we get ready to use them here in a minute. All right, so you're going to take and cut up your apple, which I've already kind of cut it in half once. And you're going to kind of chop it. So while I'm doing this, let's talk a minute about health. Everyone is into, or at least a lot of my people are into prepping their foods. And today I'm going to end up cooking some chicken and some meatballs and some kukas. I think I'm saying that right. And some quinoa. I don't know. I know I'm not saying that right. And, make my lunches for the week because I work in a fast-paced industry. I don't really get a whole lot of time to even leave my office for lunch. Worse yet, if I do, then I'm wanting to grab something that's really unhealthy. And breakfast, for example, I'll either grab something unhealthy or I won't grab anything at all. And well, that's not good. And I work out with a group called Camp Gladiator 3 times a week, and I'm enjoying it. But we're all onto the CG fit thing where you need to watch what goes in your mouth, and it doesn't have to be bland or horrible or anything of that nature to be good for you. You can make it good for you. Here I am chopping up these apples, and apples are yummy. Now I won't bite into an apple only because I had braces as a child, and I've just never bitten into an apple since. So we are going to cut up this apple, hopefully a little bit quicker for you. But yeah, it is about getting healthy, and it is about, these are overnight oats. So I did make some already, and they're in my refrigerator. So I want to show you how these are made. I'm going to make some more that I can, eat tomorrow on my way to work. Well, I'll take them to work and then eat them when I get there. But, I figured what better time than to just go ahead and make some more right now while I have a few minutes. And it doesn't take long. This prepping thing I really thought might take a long time. And in my recipe, it says to you're supposed to put it in a jar, like a mason jar or something, and, cover it, screw the lid on, whatever, overnight. Well, friends, mason jars, those are expensive. And they can get costly. Plus, they're kind of heavy. Who wants that in their lunchbox? A glass jar? It doesn't make sense to me. And or you could get a bowl. Well, sometimes bowls don't fit in lunchboxes either. I don't know about how big your lunchbox is. I mean, if you're a guy, then yeah, maybe it does. But save yourself some money. And I even thought about getting those prepping containers from Walmart. I think they're, I don't know, $15, $16 for a set of something. But then I got even more economical. And I went to Dollar Tree. Three Betty Crocker. Betty Crocker's a good name. Betty Crocker round containers. These have the screw lids, so you can just screw it right on. And I got 3 containers for $1. You can't beat that. I mean, that's what it's all about. And you can also get the containers for your lunch, which I'll show in a later video. I'm going to do a video this afternoon to prep meals for lunch. I'll cook all the food first, and then we'll put it together. Huh. Anyway, almost done chopping this apple up. But yeah, save yourself some money. Definitely go to Dollar Tree. I mean, they have some name brand containers, like I said, Betty Crocker, and you can do yourself a world of good by saving money and getting healthy at the same time. Let me get rid of this core. Okay, so we have our apple. Now, what we're going to do is mix all these ingredients together. It calls for a half a cup of dried oats. Got my half a cup here. And again, I'm not a fan of these old-fashioned oats. I'm a girl that, give me the instant packet. Let me add some water to it, stick it in the microwave. Well, I have to get away from that. A lot of preservatives in that. And you just don't want that in your body. I am proudly 50 years old, and the older I get, it does seem like it is a little bit harder to lose the weight. Thankfully, I'm not losing it up here because this is all you're seeing on the don't be dying right now. Sorry. But, I was blessed with a good family genes, I guess. Let's see. I got the dried oats. It needs 2 teaspoons of chia seeds. Let's get this out. I'm going to be honest, this is the first time I've heard of chia seeds when I made these overnight oats. I don't know about you. Maybe I'm just a preservative girl, and that's why I haven't heard of it before. So we're going to do 2 teaspoons. 1, 2. And instead of mixing it in the container that I'm going to be storing it in, I just found it easier was to just grab a bowl. I grabbed this metal mixing bowl. It makes it easier to do that. Chia seeds, a pinch of cinnamon. I don't know what your pinches look like, but I just sort of sprinkle it in my hand. Looks good. Throw it in there. Yum. This is what I did yesterday. So when I taste my stuff from yesterday, I guess we'll all get to experience the look on my face as to whether or not I did a good job. 2/3 cup cream yogurt, full cream yogurt. Let me get these out of the way before I spill them. Okay. So got my 2/3 cup here. I'm not even really a fan of vanilla yogurt, but it's better than plain. Plain, ugh. All right, that's good. Let me move this aside. And I just grabbed Yoplait. I'm actually a fan of Greek yogurt, but this one, for some reason, it did specifically call for yogurt. It actually calls for full cream yogurt or a non-dairy alternative. So if you have dairy issues, grab a non-dairy alternative. Okay. And don't worry, if I'm going too fast, I'll repeat the ingredients at the end of this message. Let me put this in the sink. Okay, so we've got that. Pinch of cinnamon. I'm going to put the water in last. Yogurt. Chopped apple. Here goes our chopped apple.
Message from our neighbor running behind, leaving the house now.
Okay. Chopped apple. And water. Okay, so I'm not a fan of my tap water. I just moved to the Longwood area. I'm not really a fan of it. So it calls for a half a cup of, it calls for a 1/4 cup of water. So I'm going to use spring water because that's just what I feel comfortable with. You might have filtered water at your house or whatever, and that's fine. All right, so we've got our cinnamon in there. We've got our half a cup of dry rolled oats, 2 teaspoons of chia seeds, a quarter cup of water, a pinch of cinnamon, 2/3 cup plain full cream yogurt, a chopped apple. So we're going to mix all this together. Let me move this out of the way into the sink. We're going to mix all of this yumminess together. Can you see that? That's kind of what it looks like. All right, let's stick it in one of these lovely containers I got from Dollar Tree. And it fills up this container pretty nicely. I think a mason jar would have been maybe a little bit too big, honestly. All right, and we're going to put a lid on it. Maybe we're going to put a lid on it. Oh, there it goes. And we're going to stick it in the refrigerator. And I'm going to pull out of the refrigerator the one I made yesterday. Grab a spoon. And let's see how it tastes. Okay, so this is the one I made yesterday evening. Probably about lunchtime yesterday, I think I made it. So it's been in the refrigerator since then. This is what it looks like. Let's see how it tastes. Rolled overnight oats. Wow. This is great. This is really good. The apples are still crunchy. My concern was that maybe they would be soggy. They're not. And this is really thick. You can see the consistency. It's really thick. And it's very yummy. And you know what? I'm going to go sit down and enjoy my breakfast. So, good luck. And I hope that you guys will enjoy and make yourself some apple yogurt overnight oats. And if the banana ones turn out good, maybe I'll come online and do a banana recipe too. Have an awesome day, everybody. And today is Sunday, January the 20th. So be blessed and be a blessing.